ITopia, with an uppercase I-T, is my term for the dystopian future that is emerging, where information technology has permeated all areas of our lives, creating an imbalanced, technocratic society found on what Shoshana Zuboff calls surveillance capitalism. In this system, your attention and life choices are being deliberately directed into spaces that optimize power and profit for big tech corporations and their political and economic allies. I refer to our current virtual space as meme world because it's a reality that comprises not so much of the real, but of threads of memes weaved into a great net. And that is increasingly what we see of the world and how we see it. Or rather, that is how the world is made for us. Meme world is becoming increasingly alien, relative to how we once experienced our lives with our critical faculties and bodily intuitive senses. The weaponization of the internet, politics and society is all but complete, and our souls, our deep selves, are being defeated. Our awareness has shifted from the inner wisdom of that deep self to become ensnared in this virtual world, which we now increasingly confuse for reality. I've developed this Power and Presence course to shake you from the grip of ITopia and empower you to rediscover your deep self and build a more meaningful life. It's not that big challenges have not existed for humans who came before us, and it's not as if all our ancestors lived lives that were automatically a genuine expression of their highest good. We all know this is not true. Any reading of history will tell you that in many ways, our ancestors had it far worse. Many lived lives that were typically shorter, more brutal, and more oppressive. Think of almost any idyllic myth. The little house on the prairie, the Amazonian female warriors, the noble savage. All are likely just that, myths. Indeed, it's the great progress we've made, in a material sense, riding upon the back of increased prosperity, technological prowess, and information access that has enabled a kind of hegemony to creep into our skulls. We have heralded the rise of what I call the money and machine society, the technocentric ITopia, with its focus upon material satiation and amused distraction. Over time, we have increasingly lost touch with nature, with our bodies, and with our hearts, our integrated intelligence. Our feet have left the earth and even our city streets as we daily climb into humming cars, planes, and even spacecraft. As our eyes become fixed upon screens stuck to plastic and metal boxes, and then ultimately to small devices clasped in our palms. We forgot about our bodies and our hearts, fell into deep anxiety and dissatisfaction, barely noticing that our daily dose of online drama and projection never used to be normal. Thus, our challenge to embody the deep self faces a very different set of challenges today. Many of us have unconsciously given our power away to narratives and agendas that we did not deliberately choose. The actions we take and the words we speak are often not our own, and nor do they serve our highest calling in life. Puppets of the machine, we've allowed our souls to be colonized, and our minds and hearts have become deeply entangled in the broader socio-industrial complex of the early 21st century. We lead lives increasingly controlled by a host of external power brokers, media outlets, tech giants and social media platforms, bloggers, political parties, online mobs, ideological movements, corporations, educational institutions, and religious groups. Our desires, goals, and even our beliefs are no longer our own. The ITopian machine drives them. Many of us, and perhaps especially the young, feel powerless to make actual changes in the world, instead venting rage from behind keyboards. Alternatively, some express their anger in protests or acts of violence played out on city streets or in the tearing down of icons, monuments, and government buildings. Yet, even as they do so, they're often being recruited by agents who are in turn deeply embedded within the very systems which they seek to escape. They are again captured by the machine, realizing too late what they have become, if they realize at all. Amidst all this, we're foundering upon the collapse of sense-making, the digitization and politicization of everything, systematically retarding our ability to understand the world and our relationship with it. We've lost touch with our inner knowing, set adrift upon a vast ocean of competing narratives and agendas. Which captains are we to believe? Which shores are we to seek? And which winds are we to reset sail upon? Hello, Marcus T. Anthony here. If you're interested in the kinds of ideas you've encountered here, you'll love my new online Power and Presence course. The course purpose is to enable you to establish your unique, authentic self, what I call your deep self, and to live a life that truly reflects your highest potential, not what somebody else has told you what you should be. Each session has a specially designed meditation to help you embody your deep self. In the Power and Presence online course, you'll learn how to stand in the power of your deep self, how to develop embodied presence, making it possible for others to distract you from your desired future, how to intuitively set your most important life goals and develop the wise actions to achieve them, how to develop digital wisdom, the unshakable capacity to know yourself deeply and master our minds in the age of AI. Power and Presence course is available right now. Links are in the description. See you there.